In a heated non-stick frying pan with a little bit of oil in it, I will saute the mushrooms. Okay, the shiitake, fresh mushrooms. I use fresh mushrooms. You can use the fried Chinese mushrooms as well. I like the fresh mushroom taste because they are sweeter. That's all. Some people like Chinese mushrooms, the dried ones. It's also okay. That one very fragrant. Okay. There is no hard and fast rule of whether you use dried mushrooms or fresh mushrooms. Okay, give it a saute. As it is a vegetarian, there's no garlic in it. So all oil used are fresh oil. Right? This is vegetarian pot also, no meat pot. In a while, you add in the black fungus. I like lots of them. Gives crunchy texture, not flavor. Okay. In a high heat, leave it for a while. While it's stewing, we can add a little bit of the sauce that we had made just now. Just a little bit. Just to give it some water in it, the flavor. I always love this. Okay, makes it so handy to stir. I get it from Aitan Marketplace, one of the shops there. Oh, I love them. You can stir anything with them. Chubby hoon, with these. It's really great. Okay. Stir, stir, stir. Allow it to stew. Give it a stir to even it out. Allow it to stew longer. I like it to stew longer. Give it a couple of minutes before I add the cabbage and the carrots in. Going to add the cabbage and the carrots all together simultaneously, let it stew. Carrots needs a longer time to stew, so I will add them all in. Cabbage takes some time, but if you see my pot is so full, it's okay. Later the cabbage will go soften and then it will go down. So I add it very slowly. Maybe I'll divide this portion into 2 or 3 times. If I see the cabbage all together, I'll open it up a bit. By opening up, you allow the cooking to be faster. So just to let it stew. Leave it at that on high heat. Giving it an occasional stir for the cabbage stew. I'm doing it in high heat. Right? Low heat, it will take a very long while. So it's okay. Doing it in high heat with the sauce, because the sauce is salty, right? Then the cabbage will cook because it's like an osmosis. So you see, it has gone down a little bit. So I'll let it go down a bit more. Then I add another batch in. I'm cooking about 1 kg of cabbage here, a little bit more than a kg because I love this dish, my cousin loves this dish, my friends love this dish, so why not a bit more for everybody to enjoy. Wow, it smells really nice because I've added the sauce bit by bit just now. So you see the cabbage has gone smooth, softened already. So I'm going to add more cabbage. in it goes a little bit more. So you take a long while to cook. The whole dish may take about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes maybe to be ready. Preparation also takes time. Need to wash, soak the cabbage. That's what I do. Okay. So it looks like I can squeeze everything in. I shall do so. Squeeze everything in. Wash your hands, yeah? There you go. Leave it on high heat for about 5-10 minutes. Then you stir it. Before you stir it, I'll add the sauce, so then it can simmer in the sauce and take in the flavor. That's about 5 minutes of simmering. The cabbage has softened, so I will add more sauce to it. In fact, I will pour everything. Let it simmer, because this is the final round of the cabbage. So when you simmer, you will see it's watery, but it's okay. If it is watery, it's okay, because we will add the tong-fun just now, the tong-fun into it. Give it a stir. So then it goes down to the bottom and simmer under the heat. Okay. Make sure you don't burn the dish. Alright, check it very often. Give it a stir. Make sure the cabbage softens before you add the tong-fun or tong-fun as in Hokkien. Okay, my family loves this dish, so do I. And I make it when I'm on observing vegetarian diet. So I'm observing vegetarian diet today. Yesterday was full moon day, and I'm observing for another 5 days until Kun Yam's birthday, or Kun Yam attainment of Buddhahood. That's what they say. So it's a dish on its own. Vegetables, cabbage, carrot, black fungus, mushrooms. Later I will add tofu pot and the tong-fun. This is the tofu pot that I bought. I add it for protein. It acts as a carbs as well, and it will be very filling. It is like bihun. So at times, we take this dish as it is. We don't have any more rice in it. It's just as flavorful, very appetizing. Okay. After simmering for a while in low heat, you can actually see the juice of the cabbage itself. As I said, osmosis happening, so you can see this. It's a bit like science. Cooking is like science. So you stir it. I will let it simmer a little longer. Right? Let it be really, really soft before I add on the next ingredient like tofu pot, because this tofu pot, they are already half cooked. So you just need them to be in, and it will suck up all the juices here. So if you see it a little bit dry, do add water. Do not hesitate to add water. It will be sucked up by the tong-fun and the tofu pot. So while it's simmering, maybe you want to have a timer of every 5 minutes to come and check. And this is a very, very nice flame. It's very safe. Okay. It's boiling on its own. I'm going to give it another boiling or simmering session. See, there are bits that are still not really softened. So I like them to be really soft. Because the moment I put my tofu pot in and my tong-fun in, or tong-fun in, I could not boil it like that anymore. The whole thing will be mushy. I don't like this to be mushy, just firm on its own, except for cabbage. It has to be softer. So I did not show you just now, but I added half a bowl of water to allow it to simmer, and then I add more oyster sauce, vegetarian oyster sauce to be exact, and another teaspoon of ground white pepper. So along the way, what you do is you test and taste, see? Make it to your taste bud, but not salty. Alright, do not add salt in this dish. Okay, I do not add salt because the oyster sauce and the white bean curd and the red bean curd are salty already. Right, so as you can see, they have softened nicely. I'll let it simmer for a bit and kiao out in the dining room. Put the timer on for 3 minutes. Come back and check. Make sure that the flame is low. Close it. Okay. 3 minutes. 3 minutes up, and you can see from here it's simmering. I'll give it another stir and let's check whether it's ready. They're all softened, all good, softened. Okay, and there's plenty of juice. Right now I'm ready to put in my tofu pot. In the tofu pot, let it soak it up. You mean there won't be much of the juice of this dish, but it will be moist. So now that you can see this tofu pot, after it has soaked up and cooked a bit, it will kind of shrink. You can't see them anymore, so you'll be hunting for tofu pot. So before the tofu pot soaked up everything, I will put in the tong-fun. Right, the tong-fun that we deep fried earlier and drained. Let's put it on top. Okay. So what you do is you leave the veggie, put it over the tong-fun. Leave the whole thing, put it over. And a big sim, so causing some spillage. Leave it in here, it will soak up, and later I'll show you the result. Okay. The last piece goes in. So just now, as you can see, these are all soaked up. Alright, the earlier batch of tong-fun is all soaked up already. So now we do this one. So why we fry this first is that, you know, we don't have to like cook the tong-fun. Okay, and I don't want the dish to be mushy of a tong-fun. You know, the flour or whatever from it, you see. Tong-fun is of course not made from flour. It is made from green bean or mung bean. It's very special way of doing it. I do not know, so I'm not going to elaborate on it, but you can Google it. So I'm going to let it simmer. Okay, show you the tofu pot. So now it has taken up the juice, taken up the color. It's going to be delicious. For your edit. Alright, scoop a bit of sauce. Give it a taste. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I wish you were here to enjoy the aroma of this dish. So, it is ready. That's it. Ready to be served. When it's a bit cool down, in a bowl, because I'm making a lot, so I have 5 pieces of fermented red bean curd, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of white ones. So if you want to find out what brand I'm using, this is the brand for the white one, and this is the brand This is the brand for the red bean curd. Alright, I've often used this one. It's very reliable. So I have one more piece, so I could not put it in, otherwise the flavor will be too strong. So we have to add 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper, about 1 teaspoon, flat teaspoon. Okay, you don't want too much. So if you need more, when you taste it, after your cooking, you can add some more if you like a little bit more peppery taste. Then I used a vegetarian oyster sauce. That's about 5 tablespoons. Agak-agak, estimate based on your own taste. And Penang lang always gi hyang. It's an old brand and it's very fragrant. So 1 teaspoon of this will be enough. And I add about 3 teaspoons of sugar, or regular sugar, and then you stir it. After stirring this, give it a taste. Okay, if you find that it's too thick, you can add water while you stir. Mix it well. Mix it well, slowly, not too fast, because these things will spill easily.